MBA's peer learning and wellness groups, I think, is easy to sum up. We are, in an intentional way, creating communities of compassion and care. We look for leaders who are doing ministry, and they might be doing it in isolation. So we are creating spaces that they can find peers that are doing the same type of ministry or similar, so they can find support, so they can learn from each other, so they can be connected to the church in different ways, so they can go beyond that lie that often we believe that we have to do ministry by ourselves.
The first peer learning and wellness group, I believe, was 2016 to 2018. It really started off as an experiment. It was sort of a prototype, and was a prison and jail ministry group that I was actually part of. I was a member, a participant, and it was so meaningful for the people involved, especially prison and jail work is so marginalized. So few people even think about prisons or think about the fact that they exist, and also the people who are working with people who are incarcerated. And so it's a very isolating, lonely, draining form of ministry. And so it was really an initiative of the NBA to bring folks together who do a ministry that is often unacknowledged in the church and provide support for one another. And that was so meaningful and worked so well that there was this idea of maybe we should start more of these peer groups and support folks who are doing other types of work, especially work that often is less recognized in the church, where there's less support, as a real way to bolster the NBA's mission and how we support the broader church.
At the very beginning, the first cohort of executive leaders, and that these are leaders of nonprofit ministries or organization, we created one peer group to support them, and right now we have 3 of those. So we move, and we have been moving, allowing the process to be the process, allowing the Spirit to be in the process, paying attention, listening to their stories, having exit interviews, and then with all that, going to the process of redesign. The last 3 peer groups that we launched, and we did that last year, we did it with a redesign. And it was based on all our experience, of all the testimonies, and also of new opportunities. And who knows, in the next 2 years, the next cohorts might look similar or different, because we are in this process together. We are doing this in community, and whenever you do that, you don't know how even your best ideas are going to be transformed.
So one of the things that happens with activists, organizers, social entrepreneurs, nonprofit executive leaders, which we're all of those things, is that we get burned out. We don't check on ourselves from a health standpoint. Instead, what we do is we continue to push on and think that we've got to continue to fight the battle all the time. That's not necessarily the case, and in fact, it's not healthy. What's more healthy is when we take breaks, when we take time to recuperate, when we take time to regenerate, and we take time to allow for our spirits and our souls and our bodies to be poured into. But mental health is most important, because mental health helps you to keep focusing on all of that in every way.
So far, the topics that we have been talking about in our peer groups have been getting to the point where it has made me reflect on the things that I need, and the things that I need to be focused on myself, and also at the same time, it has helped me to develop new skills. So definitely my goal is to be more prepared. At the same time, something that is great about this is that I'm not doing it alone. This is not something that is just for myself, but we're a group of people, and we are walking this journey together.
It's often said that, being a pastor is really difficult because you're caring for everyone else, but you're not expecting that care to sort of come back to you. And the same thing in activist circles. It's like all of the energy is going out to the community, but we're not sort of, filling up our well, so to speak. I felt that many times in my life, and it wasn't until I participated in a peer learning and wellness group for advocates and activists that I really found a group of people who got it, who sort of shared the same experience, and we were able to really support each other, professionally, yes, but also personally. And that is really the sort of important space that I think that NBA creates for people, and is intentional about, and that has really meant so much to me over these last few years.